Hello and welcome to Spectrum 360. I'm Sarah DiNatale. Campus news started off big Monday when Provost Charles Zukowski announced the Dean of the Law School would be resigning, effective December 19th. Dean Mikau Matua is facing allegations of lying under oath in federal court. The allegations stem from a 2011 case filed by a former law professor, Jeffrey Malkin. Malkin says Matua wrongly terminated his contract. The university says it doesn't comment on pending litigation. Matua, a Harvard graduate who has been the dean for the past 7 years, said in a statement, quote, "I decided to step down because it was the right time. A 7-year tenure is twice as long as the typical tenure for a law dean, and I've accomplished what I set out to do." But faculty and students who spoke to the Spectrum gave tepid to scathing critiques of the dean, who UB touts as being a major fundraiser for the law school. The dean will continue to teach at UB following his resignation, according to the university. You can visit ubspectrum.com for full in-depth coverage of this developing story. In other news, students next year will be paying more money to fund the Student Association. Our Amanda Lowe has more.
Thanks, Sarah. Last week, students voted to continue the use of the mandatory student activity fee, as well as to raise the fee from $94.75 to $104.75. Every 2 years, SA holds a referendum whether or not to keep the mandatory student activity fee. This year, the referendum passed with 858 yes votes and 131 no. The $10 increase passed with 632 yes votes and 338 no votes. The money from the increased fee will be allocated in next year's SA budget.
Yeah, it's been 6 years since the last increase in the mandatory student activity fee. Over that time, our operating costs have increased, so we wanted to ask for an increase so that we can continue to offer the same level and quality of services to students, as well as hopefully leave some growth for the future of the Student Association.
SA Senate elections also took place at the same time, with only the Constitution Party running. Last semester, the previous Senate voted to remove the distinction between on-campus senators and off-campus senators. Previously, on-campus students could only vote for the 6 on-campus senators and vice versa. Students were now able to vote for any of the candidates. Ingram said he is looking forward to working with the 12 Senate members throughout the year. For Spectrum 360, I'm Amanda Lowe.
Thanks, Amanda. And as the polls were closing Friday, the Bulls were gearing up for their first conference game of the season. They defeated Miami, Ohio, 35-27. Our Spectrum Sports Desk has more game analysis.
Hi, yes, my name is Owen O'Brien, and I'm here with Tom Dinky and Andy Connick after Buffalo's 35-27 victory over Miami, Ohio to start Mid-American Conference play. Buffalo's game featured 5 lead changes, 2 ties, and an emergence of a player who's known around campus, but he's never quite had a performance like he did this evening. Andy, what's a couple of things we learned about Buffalo's running game today?
Well, Owen, with the absence of Jordan Johnson, it was vital for Anthony Taylor to step up, and he did just that. 3 touchdowns for 222 yards. The stats speak for themselves. Brendan Oliver actually called Taylor before the game. Whatever Taylor used for motivation, it worked today.
It's always satisfying to be able to step up and fill a key role when you know that a lot's going to be brought to you. And I just didn't want to let the team down, and I just wanted to make sure we executed and did everything we could to get the W.
Even though Buffalo gave up 27 points in this game, are there good things the defense can take from it?
There are. The Bulls' defense forced 26 pass incompletions on Miami, Ohio's pass offense. Miami, Ohio, when they did pass, though, in their 12 completions, they passed for over 230 yards. Courtney Lester was picked on throughout the day, but he gave us some big pass plays. But he did have 6 pass breakups. After the Bulls took a 35-27 lead, the defense, they really bunkered down on the 2 last Miami, Ohio drives and ended up sealing the victory.
I was really pleased the way these kids kept responding, and they kept challenging us, and we kept answering, and certainly at the end there we were able to close out for our first Mid-American Conference win.
3 straight home games for Buffalo. The team will head on the road to Bowling Green, who is the defending MAC champions. Last season, Bowling Green defeated Buffalo 23-7 in what was essentially a MAC East championship game. For Tom Dinky and Andy Connick, I'm Owen O'Brien.
And for those UB students looking for a laugh Friday night, the CFA hosted Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood of Whose Line Is It Anyway fame. Our Tori Roseman and Jenna Bauer caught up with some students who participated in the performance.
I'm Tori Roseman, Assistant Arts Editor, here with Jenna Bauer, Creative Director at the Spectrum. We just came out of Colin, Mochrie and Brad Sherwood's improvisation show here at the CFA. The two put on a show that included skits from their show Whose Line Is It Anyway, such as Mousetrap, Dr. Rappenstein, and sound effects. Here with us are two people who made it to the stage.
What was it like to be on stage?
It was amazing, you know. We didn't know what to expect, but we kept trying to live up to their expectations. We'd seen them from Whose Line Is It Anyway, but still we weren't prepared for what was going to happen.
Yeah, it was like we were the first people to go on stage, like the very first game, and we didn't know what to expect at all. So we were just kind of thrown into it, and you didn't have time to think. So that was kind of scary, but it was really fun. It was a cool experience.
Thank you.
The duo put on a great show filled with audience laughter and audience participation. That's all. Back to you, Sarah.
That's it for today's Spectrum 360. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to pick up the paper every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For the Spectrum, I'm Sarah Di Natale.